Hello everyone, I'm Renata Kalniūnienė, a marketing project manager at Softneta. Thank you for joining our webinar. It is going to be dedicated to our new release, and our CEO, Vytautas Baublys, is going to present and demonstrate all the new features and updates. And also today we have our partners, AI for Med Imaging. It is Nelson Martins, guest speaker, Chief Technology Officer at AI for Med Imaging, and Eva Costa, Chief Product Officer at AI for Med Imaging Company. Also, if you have any questions, please write them in the chat section during all the webinar. I'm going to collect them. And in the end of webinar, I'm going to read all the questions and our speakers will try to answer you. If we are not able to answer all the questions, we will send in the presentation the answers. And also this webinar is recorded. So I will send the video recording and presentation file after the webinar to all the registrants. So we can wait a few minutes, or we should start, Vytautas?
Yes, we will start. I see it's already past 2 minutes, so I believe anyway the record will be made. So many thanks, Renata, for introduction of ours. And today we will have two parts presentation. One part I will present the features itself, and second part of our presentation will be dedicated to our partners, which present the new integration which we did together with ICANN and our IT for Med new company, which is also created this AI solution. So I believe this presentation will be very interesting. Second part will be the live presentation of the integration and AI solution, which can communicate now through the MedDream interface directly with doctor and change the report results to the RIS or HIS systems. So I will start from the basic new features presentation, and then we move to the partners presentation. So finally we get MedDream version 8.3. This is a major release of this year, and I'm very proud about the result of this year, which we achieved. We expect that next major release will be at the first quarter of the next year. So which is continuously improve our product. So let's see what we have in 8.3 version. So this is a visual short list of all functions. As you see, it's not few of them. It's really a lot of features, and these features giving us background for the future development. Some of them is so long desired that I almost forget the time when I was not asked to have them. So I'm very happy, especially for the splitting panels, for the layout changes which we done, and I'm also very happy that more and more scientific tools coming to the MedDream technology, and more deep analysis could be done using the MedDream technology for our partners. So here's all list of changes which was done in the product. I believe this list you can study in details when we send you the presentation itself. Later on, we will see all most important features description. So as you see, it's 2 pages of updates, and some of them more technical updates, some of them visual updates. All the list you can see in our website, going to softneta/documentation release notes, and you can see all of them in details. They're already available on our website. Now I'm moving to the features. So first of all, these users which using our product for many years, but know that we had some limitation in layout. It was 15 squares maximum. Now we upgraded to 4x4. This is really important for the MAMO viewers, and I'm very happy that this update finally come to our product, and now the layout is not anymore limited to 15 screen layout. So this is also very important for the really big screens or double monitor systems which users possess. So another very important feature which we already used quite successfully in some our installations is a smart preload. So smart preload, try to explain how it works. So all our old users remember our preloading option when you go to settings and set the preload, and it's automatically load all images by sequence, starting from the top, going bottom, and loading everything, no matter where is the user attention. So smart preload working differently. It's by default loading 10 images from your point of interest up and down, and you can scroll immediately and concentrate on the series which you opening. This function mostly useful in the local installations where bandwidth is very high, and then you can change this, even not use 10 instances, but for example, we had also installation we use 500. So it's allow for user to load very fastly concrete series which he looking in, and this is giving tremendous result in this case. So I really recommend for these users which working in local network with 10 gigabits speed to try this option, and maybe it will really increase your smoothness of system. Another very unique feature which was created in collaboration with our partners, Collective Mind Radiology. I also very proud of this collaboration. So this is a scientific tool to save show time intensity curve. So what it's allow you to check different phases of contrast which is consumed by some organs, and see the difference in different time zones, and by this define what is the change in the concrete area of body. So this is we get also very good result. Also, you not only measure and see the measurement, but you can create a secondary capture, as you see the button available to create a secondary capture and save the curve as an image for the later analysis and sharing with your colleagues, doctors. I will do this live presentation of this feature because I'm very proud of this feature, and many thanks for all people which is put it the ideas to this functionality. So finally, we have two panels in our product. With our old users, remember when on double click, you was not able to control the image, because on double click it's make to full screen, and if you use several screen systems, so it's mean this function double click became useful, not useful, because you immediately get image in between of two screens, and it was really one of the weak points of our solution. So now you can go to settings, switch to double panels, and double click on image will zoom you only in this one layout, and other will be untouched. Plus we have different controls. So later on I will do a live presentation of each function. And now it's really innovative how you can zoom out from the different layouts and see images in such size as you prefer and in such combination as you like. This function is really was hard to create, because it's mainly was also to design the controls and everything, how to make it easy to use. And I'm very happy about the feedback which we're getting from these changes. Another feature which is really became, I believe, will prevent in the future the mistakes. So we added comparison study marking. So as you see, the date in thumbnails and the date on the image itself is now marked for the previous studies and or comparison studies. So now the doctor easily will recognize which image belongs to the comparison study, which is image of interest. So this is very important change. Another feature which I like to congratulate our partners, which help us to develop, is 4D tools and construct for 4D series. This is also was brilliant development together, almost 6 months took, and also integration of our partners. This part you will see today in live, how it's work, and comment from our creators. So also congratulations to our partner team for this feature, which is added now and can be used different ways. Yes, so when you create for this series, you can slide the same like you're using in multi-frame or video. You can enable, scroll it, view it, and see how the images is changing during the time. This is also introductions of our upcoming MAMO features. So these users which previously use our product, remember what all labels was stacked on the sides and never moved. So the new feature, when you do alignment, automatically move all labels to a positive side, just not to cover any point. So this is very important when you create hanging protocols, or when you like to see the image, you click alignment, and then you have no annotations, anything on that side the image exists. This is extremely useful for the MAMO investigators, because this is really allow you to see more clear image without any annotations on top. New feature in the segmentation. So these users which work more with data segmentation, we remember our innovative tools which we created for the smart segmentation and other tools. This is another tool. So you make 2 slides, segment top and bottom slide, and then propagate between them the segmentation, and this is allow you faster to segment bigger organs, which is quite symmetrical, and then just fix during the scrolling the images and fixing some parts which you like to correct. So this is another improvement of existing tools. Also, we created new tool for the polygon marking. This mainly done for creating shapes, and you can draw it and shape it by repulsory tool. This is also will be presented in live presentation by our partners. and this allow you very smoothly adjust lines and create smooth lines. Like previously, the users remember that we had a drawing tool which you can draw the polygon, but it was very hard to fix the polygon according the shape. So the repulsory tool really allow you to shape very precisely the shape during to the contour. Also, another tool which is moving us more closely and closely to possibility to integrate all measurements into the report. So all radiology measurements now have copy to clipboard button. So in previously, the users remember that we had only few measurements possible to be copied by the copy clipboard. So now all the measurements is already included to copy to clipboard. So any measurements that you do, you can copy to clipboard and then paste into your report. Also, we in the past we had a little bit different views for different type of clips. So one was for the sign view, another for the video, another for multi-frame. So now interfaces is synchronized, but all interfaces look the same, and it's more, I would say, design feature, but it's really give more smoothness to the view of the images. Another upgrade of existing feature is our multi-frame. So we added to our multi-frame functionality possibility now to flip, rotate the images in the created MPR. In the past, it was no such functionality. Also, we finally changed our thumbnail. In previously, if you remember, it's around 1 year, we had two thumbnails when annotations or key images was marked. Now we return it to one thumbnail, but we are also showing immediately how much Syria have key images, annotations, and measurements, so or segmentations. So you can immediately investigate during the opening of the study what type of annotation segmentation is already exist in the study, and if you need, you can move to correct annotation or key image immediately. Also, one of the really important change was how the study opens. In the past, we had the weakness when MedDream opening several studies at one request. It was always the last study opened, and usually the last study was not the current study, but last comparison study. So now it's configurable. Either you open first, as you see in example, first study, either you open last study. So now you can control which study will be presented at the opening. And I believe this will really resolve some of our partners' issues which we passed during last times. Another improvement is histogram. So we are very happy with the first result when we implemented the histogram. The really doctors love it, especially these which work more precisely. So they asked us to do some more changes. So now we have manual entry. So you can enter manually the numbers. As you see now, the numbers is available, and you can enter manually exact numbers which you like. Plus, you can control the histogram in two directions and have all controls available. So this histogram usage became even more and more smooth and really give you feeling of a real workstation. We also added the clear cache functionality. So in this installation, sometimes the advanced users like to have possibility to clear cache, and now the administrators can log in to the administrative panel and clear from that panel cache. Also, we did some API improvements to create new possibilities how several applications could be integrated with our product. So we create the possibility to call MPR, get metadata, set extra labels, and other like closed polygon measurements. So all these measurements now is available through our API, and you can call and communicate with our front end and do very unique integrations, which could open the possibility for doctor and your application be communicated through the MedDream. This was all features which we prepared today, and now I'm switching to the live presentation to present some features live, and then I will pass presentation to my colleagues. So now I'm logging to my local system. First, layout. So now when I open the study, we see that I have only 4 squares. So when I extend the layout, now I have the biggest layout. So you can construct the biggest layout with any images you have. This was in the past impossible to have so many images in one viewport. So you see, now I'm able to do that. This is another very important part about two panels. So I like to present where it's to enable. So the new section arrive, split layout, 2 panels. So if I switch to one panel, I save now, and I return to my search. I open. I have new layout, and if I double click, so this old behavior, we see only one image on the screen. If I select settings, I go to view, I found double panel, I say click save, close, I open. And now I can do double click, and as you see, it's only zooms me in the one part of the panel, leaving another panel untouched. So trying now to show you the major functions, how it works. So if I double click in middle of the screen, which I like, it's automatically zoom this image in that panel, which I prefer. So like this panel, I can double click in the middle, I can double click between them. So they automatically 2 images is zoomed. And now I will switch layout to the bigger scale, like maximum scale, so could show you all possibilities to manipulate the images, because it's really useful for these doctors, especially which work with many images on big screen, and they like very fast navigate between the different images. So again, showing double click in the middle, zooms in, double click in between the lines, any 2 lines, zooms these 2 images for me in. If I click for 4 square, so it zooms me 4 images at once. So, and we have another function. If I click Alt button and I click any selected image, it zooms me in a positive, leaving another square. So now I can double click on another and I can create any layout which I like, and double click, return me to original. So with this combination, you easily can in 1 second create any layout which you like and switch back to the original one and have the zoom level which you like. This is really nice function, and I believe most of the doctors will love it because it's really make their life easy and so intuitive. Also, you can try on softneta.com because softneta.com also updated and have newest version in available. So when I select any study which is have prior studies, as you see, it's automatically marking me the priors. So now when I put 2 images, I immediately see what this image is from my priors. So I can see the original one, which is my interest, and I have a marking of any other study which I added. So I will not mix it with the current study which is interesting for me. Moving now to the copy to clipboard button. So let's select any measurements which we have. So I'm opening now some study, and I will perform several measurements. So I have one measurement. I have it now another measurements. We can have like polygon. So all the measurements, as you see now, having copy to clipboard button. So when I click it, it's automatically copied to my clipboard, and I can add it to any reporting system. So this is also allows you now to do all the measurements copy to clipboard. So all these measurements for radiology is available to be copied in clipboard. Also, we can open some video studies. So let's see OT, US, ultrasound. As you see, these users, which is familiar with our product, so the interface of control is changed. So now we will add some video. It's also the same size, the same interface, and all functions stay the same, just change of the interface. And the final feature about MPR control. So let's switch back to the CT. Select. So now I have possibility to flip, rotate. Previously, these functions was not possible to be used. So this was especially in some cases where there was patient wrongly aligned, and you need to correct that. It was really impossible to do because it took too long to rotate it using the lines. So this is all functionalities which I liked to present about the new version. Now we're moving to our partners presentation, which will present the new integration and also the functionality of AI which we developed. So feel free to take over.
Okay, thank you, Vytautas. I'll share my screen and hand over the presentation to Eva.
Okay, so I will be introducing, first of all, AI for Med Imaging. Who are we? As the name says, it says it all. We are a medical imaging AI company, and were founded in 2019. We specialize in developing post-processing tools for cardiac MRI or CMR. And in under 2 years, we have achieved the distinction of being the first AI-based EU MDR certified CMR software. And that was followed by the FDA clearance just 1 year later. So CMR is a very powerful tool for assessing cardiovascular disease, and it stands as the gold standard for evaluating the heart function. However, it faces a lot of challenges because of the adoption barriers. And these barriers include the shortage of CMR experts, the lack of automation, which results in time-consuming processes, and insufficient integration into the existing clinical workflows, which just makes it all even worse. On top of that, CMR analysis is typically fully human-based, and that leads to subjectivity, and also it is prone to errors. So enter AI for CMR. We believe AI for CMR is the long-sought solution for democratizing CMR, giving access for CMR to everyone. And its success hinges on complete automation and seamless integration. And we will showcase that seamless integration during this presentation today with our partnership with Softneta. AI for CMR aims to fully automate not only the analysis, but also the interpretation of the main sequences that are acquired under the CMR protocol, being that CINE, LGE, and perfusion. And with all that, we aim to come up with a suggestion for diagnosis that stands as a second opinion, and we believe will be especially useful for less experienced users. AI for CMR has been meticulously designed to significantly reduce the analysis time by minimizing manual tasks for the physicians, while also incorporating prioritization and productivity-enhancing triage features. The segmentation step itself takes 10 times as much to a human as it takes to AI for CMR. And then when coupled with also the triage tools, we can come up with a up to 50% time saving per exam, which is very significant. The full integration with the clinical workflow will allow us to enhance even more the productivity. And AI for CMR does this also while ensuring highly accurate standardization of both quantification and interpretation of these sequences. I've been talking about CMR, and I already stated that there are 3 main sequences, and AI for CMR will cover the whole exam. But for now, our commercial MVP is primarily focused on streamlining the analysis of CINE sequences. CINE sequences are the ones that are used to evaluate the function of the heart, so both for quantifying very important clinical parameters, but also to analyze the motion of the heart. And with our MVP, we eliminate the labor-intensive task of manually delineating these contours that we see here, which surround myocardial borders on both ventricles, right and left. And subsequently, we also compute those clinical parameters I was referring to, which are crucial in diagnosing cardiovascular disease. and play a very important role on the diagnosis. So, for example, the ejection fraction, which is one of these clinical parameters we extract, measures the percentage of blood leaving the heart at each contraction. And that serves as a strong indicator of the heart function, if it is normal or not. Additionally, our system also includes the triage feature, which classifies the patient as either normal or suspect in terms of wall motion abnormalities. And furthermore, we provide a confidence level, which is associated with these classification results. And this offers the physicians some insight into the software's degree of certainty regarding its own findings, which we also believe it is important. To demonstrate AI for CMR's clinical performance that I mentioned earlier, we can look into the clinical validation results we got through our clinical studies. So we did 2 clinical studies, 1 clinical validation study and 1 benchmarking study. On the first one, we test AI for CMR against a consensus of 3 experts in a multi-vendor, multi-center setting. While on the second one, we test AI for CMR against a consensus between 7 worldwide recognized CMR experts. And the results revealed that we have excellent reliability on volumes measurement, as can be seen here by the values of ICC that are close to 1. And we also have 100% sensitivity in our triage tool, the one I was referring to, that categorizes patients into normal or suspect regarding wall motion. And if we look into the bias ranges here on the right side, where the green bars represent the range of human error and the red triangles represent the error by AI for CMR, it is very clear and evident that AI for CMR consistently performs within the range of human error. And that is the best outcome we could aim for regarding the clinical studies. So now I will hand over to Nelson so we can demonstrate how we have seamlessly integrated AI for CMR with MedDream.
Okay, thank you, Eva. Yeah, so yeah, I will do exactly that. So we, as Eva presented, we developed this MVP, which is able to fully automatically process the CNS sequences. It gathered the images, sends them to the cloud, process them, return results, all of that in the background. So it's fast and automatic. So it's almost like a dream, but it's true. But we came to the conclusion that radiologists feel like this takes a lot of control from them. So they want to have control over the results that are created. So actually there is here a sweet spot between automation and control. And that's exactly where MedDream comes along and helped us give back control to the doctors while assessing these kinds of images. As you can see here on our proposal workflow, so the patient will come to the hospital or to the clinic that they will perform CMR. They will go into the machine, the exam will be performed. Usually the images are then sent back to a PACS system where they are stored. And our idea is to use these PACS to forward directly the results, the images to us. We analyze them, we create results, and then we create the first proposal of a report. That report is then handed over to the expert and to MedDream, and they will use that to look into the report, see if they agree with the results, and then send them and store them into the PACS or other reporting system or other kind of system that you might have inside your building. So this is fully configurable. And yeah, so we have the automatic branch and then the validation branch. This is the 2 main ideas that we propose here. First one will always be performed automatically. We have here an example. We are using here Orthanc as an example, but this kind of workflow works with any kind of PACS. So as you can see here, the images, once they land on the packs, they can be triggered and automatically forward to our system. So as you can see here, the cases are being sent to our what we call gateway. The gateway sends the results to our cloud. The cloud automatically processes everything, returns the results back to our gateway, and the gateway makes these results available to the MedDream. After that, you can use actually the packs that you are using or other kind of workstation to automatically open MedDream with our results drawn over it. We are showing here just one patient, but you can imagine that when a doctor sits on their usually workstation, they will see like 10 patients or so on, and they will be able to select one, more or less like this, and then click on a button, just one click, and then it will open the MedDream, and you will be able to validate our automatic results. How is this shown? So it's configurable. That's one of the beauties of MedDream. You can configure the layouts as you like. But the main points here is that you can see the metrics. This is similar to what I've already shown. So ejection fraction, stroke volume, and so on. And we also present the contours. The contours, as also Eva said, are used to compute the metrics, and the doctors will need to draw them manually, but we did it automatically. So now they can look at our automatic contours, validate them, and if they agree with contours, they will be sure that the metrics are also okay. So this is a very good way for them to feel comfortable on the results and then to create their assessment based on that. So we have other ways also of visualization. Also, Vytautas already talked about it regarding the 4D navigation. One thing that is important to note that this is a 4D video, so it's a volume through time. So we end up with a 4D series. And what this tool allows us to do is to rearrange all the frames. They range about around 300 frames in a way that the doctors can use either the scroll or the arrows on the keyboard to navigate through space and time very easily. You can see here, you just have to click on the 4D view. It will be created automatically, and then the doctors will be able to navigate as they wish. And the contours will be presented. So here we present contours just for systole and diastole time, so the times when the heart is most contracted and relaxed. And they will move through the contours. If they like them, they can just click submit and the report is done. So imagine going from like 20 minutes to just a validation step that will take you around like 2 minutes. And you just click submit and you are good to go. So one patient done. You can go to the next one and you are saving a lot of time here. The issue is if you don't agree with it. So if you don't agree with what we present to you automatically, you have the tools to adjust them. And I'm presenting here already some of the functionalities. Vytautas already touched on it. So the repulsor and the point-by-point adjustment. What you'll do is, again, go over the navigation tools. You go through the frames. You find the one that you don't agree with, and you change them. While you change them, you will also see that the contours are automatically, that the metrics are automatically updated on your right. This is very important because they have instant feedback on what they are doing. So they are shrinking the size of the left ventricle, so the volumes will diminish, and they will have instant feedback on that. If you make a mistake, you can reset, as we've shown, and also you can do, if you see a contour that shouldn't exist, you can delete it, as we did here, and you can also create new ones. If we miss some contour that you think that should be identified, you can create a new structure and identify it and add it to the to the report. So yeah, this basically gives back the control to the doctors. They will be able to see the metrics, see the contours. They agree, it's done. If they don't, they change them. And this is like the perfect scenario for them because they can be sure that what they will include on the report is 100% correct and validated by them. And after you do that, if after the doctor changes the contours and everything is properly adjusted, you can just click submit again. So in this submit button, now we're going in more detail. It's very simple, so you just click submit and it goes. But now one of the things that also very important and it's actually a great feature is that we can send different kinds of reports to different places. So we can send, for instance, a structured report to your reporting system, and the reporting system can use this structured report to pre-fill a table on the reporting. So we don't have to do copy-paste anywhere, so it just goes there and lands on the reporting system, and you have results available there. You can do your report based on these metrics. And we can send, for example, a PDF report also that you just attach to the report that the doctors create. So there are many ways to do it. We can send also to the PACS the contours, and this is all configurable and all done using the DICOM communication and DICOM objects. So now I will show you a quick video demo, which was already presented.
DICOM study is loaded to the.
Let me go back a little bit. Too soon. This video was already shared on Softneta YouTube channel and LinkedIn, but I think that it wraps up everything I said just now, so you can see it now again. And if you think that you missed something, you can always see it afterwards on the social media. Yeah, let me put play. Yeah.
DICOM study is loaded to the PACS. Automatic routing rules forward the images to AI Formed's gateway. The gateway selects and anonymizes the series of interest and forwards them to the cloud for processing. On the MedDream AI4CMR web editor, you'll find the volume recomputation window displayed on the right. To create a 4D series, go to the toolbar and select 4D Tools option. The 4D navigation feature enables you to move through both time and space. You can also play the slices in cine mode for a dynamic view. CAI4CMR's automatic contours at the end diastole frame. And the contours at the end systole frame. If needed, there are several tools available to edit the contours. Point by point.
Sorry, I think that it stopped.
Or with the repulsor tool, which allows you to adjust its size for precise edits. Reset to undo changes. Contours can also be deleted. Notice how the measurements on the right change dynamically as you make edits. Once all editing is done, you can submit to send structured results back to the PACS.
So yeah, this is I think that is a great way to summarize what I've told you, and you can, as I said, always look into the YouTube channel from Softneta to see it again. So now,
Many thanks for
okay.
AI
So I just have a little bit of just looking forward in time. So what we have presented up to now is the CNET sequence, or MVP, but actually our work doesn't stop here. So to democratize CMR, as it's our objective, we still need to add other features, and that's what we are working on currently. As Eva mentioned, CNET, LGA, and perfusion are our main features that we want to add, and also we have on our roadmap some complementary sequences, namely 2D flow and mapping. And our idea is to use as well MedDream to allow the doctors to see our automatic results, change them, validate them, and then send them to the reporting systems or to their packs. So yeah, this collaboration is really great, and we think that it's the best way for us to create what we wanted: the automation with control of from the doctors. And now, just to conclude, I will opt to thank the attendees, and also thank you, Vytautas, for the invitation. And here are our contacts if you have any further question. And now back to you, Vytautas. Thank you.
Yes, so I like to add also a little bit to your presentation. First of all, I believe that is a future, and AI for imaging is, I believe, is pioneers, and definitely I like to present for all our manufacturers where we can find the contacts also on our side. When we go to Softneta side, we go to solutions and we find CAD vendors. You click it, you go down and you find a for medical icon, you can click. You will be navigated to the website, you can get a contact, you can write. But the most important, you need to know what our technologies is already integrated. So if you like to use them, our integration team and AI for imaging can help you also to integrate the solutions, and you can talk with them directly, discuss about possibility to use this technology in your products, in your hospitals, in your clinics. So feel free to contact them directly. Any need help from us also can ask, but we really saying, but this solution is already ready to be placed in your clinics, and you can try it with your doctors and work with for med imaging directly. So this is already available on our website. You can find them and get demos and discuss about future plans together. And you can follow up our integrations, and it definitely will be updated during the next releases. So this I believe everything that we planned today for our function presentations. Now we can switch to the questions.
Thank you, Vytautas. I'm sharing my screen. You can see, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we got 2 questions before webinar and during. So I see 2 questions. 2 first questions are related. So I'm going to read them both. Solutions for digital pathology, including microscopy mode, digital pathology tools, tile-based rendering. Any plans to start supporting digital pathology? For example, tools to view and annotate digital microscopy and support for DICOM whole slide imaging.
Yes, this question is coming each year for us. I think we still don't have it on roadmap. We still have some discussions with some vendors which would like to add this functionality in the MedDream technology, but still no decisions on the dates and the budgets. So this functionality is still not defined in our roadmap, and I assume because we counted, our R&D department counted to develop these tools, we need around 6-7 months. So most likely next year, these functions will not come, or if they can come only at the end of the year. This is the earliest date for this pathology functionality if they could come at any time next year.
Okay, thank you. Another one is, I am interested to make collaboration for OEM vendor in Indonesia. So I'm answering this one. Please write to our sales team, info@softneta.com. You will get an answer for our sales manager, and we will discuss about the possibilities. Another one about
yes, but
features.
if the collaboration is regarding our partners, OEM, so AI for imaging, so you can write them directly also, or write to our team, and our team also will share the information to the colleagues.
Okay, thanks. Another questions are about new features. The splitting to two panels functionality will work with the Chrome double screen extension.
Yes, it works with all extensions. So this is the beauty of that. So when you select two panels, it's allow you to use a Chrome and to be exact in the middle always when you double click. This basically designed for that. So this is compatible with our Chrome plugin.
Okay, thank you. Another one. Are you using any prefetch rule for priors?
It's several options exist. You can prefetch priors also, but you need to work with our integration team to know how you can control the prefetch mechanism. So because some of the vendors even prefetching not priors but next studies. So by using our integration team advices, when you do integration with your reporting system, you can control MedDream which studies is a prefetch. So you can prefetch either priors or even next studies. In this case, when you prefetch next study or prior, so the loading time is close to 0 because everything already is in your browser. So this is very important to understand properly the integration mechanism to fully reduce the loading time.
Okay, thank you. Another one. Can you show the interpolation and closed polygon feature in the viewer?
Interpolation and closed polygon. Because of time today, we will not be able, but we will create anytime the video of these features, and Renata will share the video of these features.
Yeah, I'm preparing all new features, video tutorials for all new features. It is going to be next week or another week. Separate video tutorial for all the features with demonstration, and you can get a newsletter with it or subscribe to our YouTube channel. So also separate features will have videos in our website also.
But for this question, because it was placed the question, we will send exact our manual pages where it's described how closed polygon can be used. And also we will try to send for the...
I can add these.
Yes.
Is it possible to auto-show the series when change the layout to 4x4 or bigger, so users no need to drag it one by one?
This is a very good question. So you can automate it in several situations. So you can create the hanging protocol, which automatically will load all images to 4x4. So what you would not need to drag and move from one to another hanging protocol. At this point, it's only one way by creating right hanging protocol, which would fulfill the need, but also you can contact our support team to advise you how could you automate other ways. But I know that it's not one request about this feature that automatically put all images into the layout just from all series. So this will be intensively updated during next releases. So I really recommend you to follow up on the next two presentations, and I believe that this will be possible to do even without hanging protocol in upcoming upcoming releases. Now you would need to create a hanging protocol, and by one click it would fulfill, but for that you would need to create a hanging protocol for this specific type of data.
Okay, thank you. Another, why loading images are taking time? It is not streaming technology?
Yes, as the zero footprint browsers is constructed by two ways. One zero footprint browser is constructed by server-side rendering. So server-side rendering allows you to render the data of series, which is constructed by many images faster, but the weakness of server-side rendering is that you depend on the bandwidth. And if you don't have enough bandwidth, you are not able to work with the system. MedDream is based on all the end user rendering. So we need to get all the data to your browser to allow you to see images. But this works on any bandwidth. So depend on the integration, how you integrate it. You can achieve the same performance like you having on the server-side rendering, but don't have the weakness of server-side rendering. So like bandwidth, on unstable bandwidth, it's not works. Also, it's not always 100% quality because you're streaming the image like JPEG to front end. In our case, we always work with 100% quality because we stream all the original data and we rendering without compression on user device.
Okay,
yes,
thank you.
but our weakness, but we need to send the data, and if you not configure properly the preloading of the data, the integrations, in this case, you need to wait some time to get all data loaded to your browser.
Okay, thank you. And a few questions for our partners, AI for MedImaging. What is the report format you sent to PACS?
Yes, I will take that one. We are currently sending a variety of formats. They are configurable, but we send DICOM screen capture, encapsulated PDF, DICOM structured reports, and DICOM GSPS. So the first two are focused on visualization, and the second are focused on having layable objects. We are also always open to developing new formats, but we are conformant with the DICOM standards.
Okay, thank you. And number one, any AI assisted LGE, T1, ECV, T2, and T2 analysis functions available or double AP?
Yes, this question probably came up prior to the last slide Nelson showed, which was the upcoming features. And LG is the next major feature we'll release next year. It's our top priority, and it is well advanced. The other features, we mentioned them as mapping in the presentation, and those are work in progress. So those will also be available at some point in time.
So Eva, if I understood correctly, all these features are working, and you probably would be open also to discuss with these vendors which would love to use them. So just like be beta users of it and together work, because so it's not mean that we need to wait till it finishes just to try and discuss with you about possible how we can use it in the future. So it's means that you're working, so these vendors can easily contact even now if they have interest in these measurements or these hospitals and discuss with you how they can immediately start using when you release these functions.
Yes, of course. Please just contact us and we'll work on that.
Yes, because this is already on roadmap. All the features is on the roadmap.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I see this is all the questions we got, and I want also to remind you that we will be attending RSNA and our partners also be there, yes?
Yes.
So come visit us and let's talk for the future
And
collaboration.
also, Renata, we need to say many nice words about our partner which helped this integration happen, IT4CAN. If you can present from our website, our USA representative. Just open on our website where the other American vendors could find IT4CAN contacts, like any companies which like to integrate the MedDream to the technology, can also contact our American partner, which would help communicate, help analyze. Like ICANN was really useful for us in this integration. They was really middleman to help us integrate faster, and it was very successful three companies collaboration. So I really advise for our USA partners, take a look on ICANN, and also in the case if they like to have discussion with USA subsidiary, just discuss with them.
Okay, thank you. So thank you everyone for attending our webinar. Make sure you get our newsletters, so you will get with the recording, presentation, all the questions with answers and video tutorials we will prepare really soon. And thank you everyone. Thank you our partners for attending, and see you on next events.
I again want to make thanks for AI for medical to help us to see a future. I believe they are really pioneers. This is how the collaboration between doctor and AI will be in the future. Doctor fully control the results, and AI will optimize the time, the accuracy of the measurements of all work which taking time from medicine and making less time for real diagnosis. So I hope with such integrations, we will speed up the diagnosis and more people will get more precise diagnosis, and we will save some lives. And many thanks for this bravery, because it's really was significant investment from our partners to create this interface. And you can imagine the first interface we took 6 months to create, but now any next company which would love to integrate same way, same fashion like our partners, it took probably 2 months, 1 month. So it's like 4 times also reduction because of our partners, which took the courage to work with us to create these interfaces. Many thanks for you, and I believe this really saved many lives with our work together. So thank you very much for your.
Thank you, Vytautas.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
see you all in few months when we will have another, probably just next year, but it will be, I ensure you, even more exciting news. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.